Start by introducing yourself.
My name is Dean Yamada. I grew up skateboarding in the 80s in Davis, and we're here at Belvedere Skate Park in LA.
When did you start skating?
Um, I think it was like 80, 85 maybe. We had been BMXing a lot, and then this wave of skateboarding just took over Davis, and everyone had to have a board, and suddenly BMXing was not cool, and skateboarding was what we wanted to do all day, every day.
Can you name some of the names you started BMXing with and then skateboarding with?
So I grew up in South Davis, and so the people that I was like Andrew Wagner was a good buddy that we rode BMX and raced, and then he was someone I skated with like constantly. And once we started skating, like Jonas Beeler also. So we built a few different mini ramps and then vert ramps, and those were some of the guys that we really put a lot of time into building the ramp that was at my grandparents' house.
And how did that start, building your ramp?
Around Davis, I remember when I was introduced to Steve Bryant, and he had this big vert ramp in Woodland, and I remember Wag and I went there one night and saw people like catching air on this beautiful vert ramp in this guy's backyard, and we were like practically giggling. It was so amazing. Like, and apparently there were some issues with having the ramp there in Woodland. So Steve, we talked to him about possibly building a ramp over at my grandparents' house, which was right in the farmlands of South Davis, about a mile south of where I grew up. And so we eventually took all the wood from that Woodland ramp, and we got a whole bunch of other wood, and we built the foundation. And then it took about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, and we built this 12-foot tall vert ramp in the middle of a cornfield. So.
Wow. Can you name some of the people that came out there and skated?
So some of the names would be, obviously Steve, and another guy named Nick Adelman helped us build that ramp, and he was one of the awesome guys that was skating out there constantly. Some of the bigger names that came out, Sam Cunningham would come out there, which was really cool. Eventually, some of the Zorlak guys, Gibson and Johnson rode for Zorlak, but no, I think they rode for Alva at that time. So some Alva guys and Eddie Radigi came out to skate it. And then there was a couple of other interesting random people from like Marin County, like Aaron Vincent, who went pro, and Noah, Noah Salzanek. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He turned into like this major pro snowboarder.
Really?
Like, he was a legend up in Tahoe, which was crazy. And then of course, Cara Beth Burnside was, I think, going to UC Davis at that time, and she turned out to be an incredible legend in both the snowboarding and skateboarding worlds. And then Jeff Clint as well, I heard, went on to start Deluxe Distribution with some of those pros like Bebo and Guerrero. And so it was kind of cool to see all these people pass through Davis and continue in the skate world and do some amazing stuff.
So when was the demise of the ramp? How long did the ramp last out there at South Davis?
We built that ramp in '87, and I remember the summer after we built it, we would sleep on the platform like every night and skate all day, and it was amazing. And I think I was like in 9th grade. By the time I was in high school in 10th grade, it was crazy. All of a sudden people stopped skating it, and I was like one of the few that was still going out there constantly. And there was a barn that it was built in front of that was my grandparents', and that went up in flames. And so we have like pictures from before that flame and then after that flame, and it was totally more desolate. And then after that, when I was a junior and senior in high school, no one was skating it. I would go out there occasionally, not even that much, and high school got in the way, and yeah, it was kind of sad. And then we put a chain across it. Occasionally, random BMXers would hear about it and try and ride it, and my dad would kick them off. And then finally after that, a farmer said he would take all the wood, so he tore it down. So
Okay.
it was, it's kind of
Interesting.
sad.
Yeah. Skate anywhere else after all that, or other places in Davis that you like to skate besides ramps and things?
Yeah, so after I graduated from college, I moved back to Davis for about a year. And there was that cool little ditch in South Davis that was super fun. I think I ran into you a few times there. And an old high school friend, James Lee, I would meet out there constantly, and we would just hang out and watch the sun go down and skate, and Brandon Johnson, and just, talk about life. And eventually we all moved on from Davis as well, but I have really fond memories of, just skating that South Davis ditch too. So.
What are you doing now?
So I eventually went to grad school to study film, so I got my MFA in production, and I'm an independent filmmaker. I make films, and I'm also a college professor, so I teach film. And so yeah, my wife and I write together and make films together, and we're here in LA, just making it fun, making it happen. So
That's great.
yeah.